welcome back to the Punk Rock Condition, where we explore, discover, and appreciate all things punk rock that interests you. Please subscribe. Happy Lagwagon Day, guys! Here on today's episode, we are going to be ranking Lagwagon's discography. Their 9 major releases, and then I'm including an EP on there as well. Since I launched this channel, Lagwagon is the one band that I haven't been given like an organic opportunity to gush about. And of the bands that I truly, truly love deep, deep, deep in my soul, okay, top 3 of all time type shit, yeah, let's talk about Lagwagon. I love Joey Cape. He's the absolute man. He's probably my favorite songwriter of all time. I can't say enough about I got an opportunity to play on stage with Joey Cape one time at a show with him and Tony. It was just unbelievable. It was like an out-of-body experience. And really super cool. But man, I remember meeting Flip in Montreal and hanging out with him. I've met Chris, Rest. Every time I come in proximity of these guys in reality, it's just an unbelievable experience. I love these guys. Like, it's crazy. I met Flip a couple times, actually, now that I think about it. Montreal, I'll end behind the TLA after a show one time, sitting there, like, jamming with them and shit. Like, they're just the coolest freaking dudes. And frankly, like, they're like the quintessential Fat Records band, with the exception of NoFX. All right, leave NoFX out of this. Where would Fat Records been without Lagwagon? And Lagwagon stayed. They're still there. And they probably could have left, but like, man, where would... And Fat Records is so important to the history of punk at this point. Where would they have been without that anchor of Lagwagon? I mean, there was other bands, too, that mattered a ton. Good Riddance and... so many of them, don't get me wrong, No Use, there's a bunch. But Lagwagon is the band, man. And E-Dagger, her favorite band is Lagwagon. I met her in reality at a Joey Cape show. And we talked about how Lagwagon's the greatest. So just like, here we go. It's Lagwagon Day. Let's rank their damn discography. All right? I will find other times to gush about Joey Cape. But for right now, let's rank this discography, and let's start at the beginning with Duh. I remember where I was when I got Duh at a local record store in my hometown, and I had gone in there to get a Lagwagon record because of a song I heard on a comp. And man, I kind of fell in love with them immediately. But the thing is, like, it's really unpolished. It's old. There's a couple of songs where, you know, it's like, okay. But like, man, Bury the Hatchet and like Angry Days and... what is it? Tragic. It's a great freaking album, and some of these songs still hold up today. But in terms of they became such better musicians and songwriters that, like, this record is towards the bottom of the overall picture. But make no mistake, when it comes to Lagwagon, I'll listen to every single one of these albums from front to back. Their discography it's a flawless discography. Like, I could put on the first song they wrote to the last song they wrote and not skip one. That's how much I love Lagwagon, like, for real. So I've got Duh in the B tier, and it's not where you should start if you don't know Lagwagon, but still a great album. So up next is Trashed, and I feel kind of the same way about it. But to put it towards the bottom of the list, man, that'll drive some Lagwagon fans nuts. Make no mistake, I'm not saying it's a bad record. I love it. I'll put it on and listen to the entire thing any day of the week. But I just don't think they were taking themselves all that seriously yet. And there's like that humorous side of Lagwagon that they've since kind of shook was just so prevalent on this record with Stoke and the Neighbors and some of the other songs on there. And there's a heavy like metal influence still in place with those riffs on Trashed that they've since kind of shook. So it's just toward the bottom of the list. Doesn't mean I don't love it, but I would put Trash down there. Again, super unpolished as well. And that brings us to Hoss, which is one of my favorite records of all time. Let's be honest, where would we be? Where would any of us be? Where would Lagwagon be without Hoss? You know, Violins, Bombs Away, Sleep, on and on. It's one of the greatest records ever. And this is when I went, yo, I love this band, right? But in real time, this is all we had right here. So it was just like, they're good, not knowing what they were going to truly become. And I'm also not going to get into here, like, the changing of the band members and how that affected the records. Like, oh, they're way better once Chris joined the band. Oh, they're better once Dave joined the band, or whatever. Let's not get into that. Let's just look at the music as I interpreted it. And another thing I'll say about these rankings, which is kind of funny, listen, nothing can affect how I feel about these records. It's so deep-seated how I feel about it. So right before I did this, I just did a quick Google search of rankings of Lagwagon albums to see if there were any out there. And I looked at a couple, the ones that jumped right up, and they're all completely different. Completely fucking different. I'm talking like top to bottom. And so what does that say? That Lagwagon's amazing, and that it probably really matters where you came in, when they came into your life. Like which record means the most to you, because frankly any one of them could really kind of be someone's favorite, because every one of them's great from start to finish. So I thought that was a really huge indication of like how much this kind of doesn't matter. I should just put them all in A tier and go, have a nice day, guys. But we're not doing that. So back to the list. Double Plaidinum, got it in the A tier for sure. But also, in real time, I remember being a little weirded out about it sonically. Like, the production of it was a little off-putting back when I got it. But come on, man. Making Friends, Alienate, the whole record's great. You gotta love Double Plaidinum. But that brings us to Let's Talk About Feelings, which is my favorite Lagwagon record, album of all time. And yeah, it's got May 16th. All right, I get it. And yeah, it's got After You, My Friend. I get it. Those are songs you're going to hear them play every single time, rightfully so. But like, what is it? Like Leave a Light On, I think, or Change Despair, or the last song on Let's Talk About Feelings, Oh and Meanie, might be the most underrated Lagwagon song across the board. Go read the lyrics to Oh and Meanie and really interpret them. What a fucking song, man. What an album. I've got it number one. And again, like most bands that you like this much, it's more defined. That record, this record, that record. And in the case of Lagwagon, I don't feel all that strongly about any of it, other than this being number one, I guess. But it's not like it's number one by a ton. It's just number one. So, all right, where we at? Let's talk about Feelings number one, baby. So it brings us to Blaze, which I would say is probably like the poppiest Lagwagon ever got, if that's even a thing. E-Dagger's a great song. Falling Apart is another one that's going to be on every... they're going to play it at every show, and it's such a great song. But here's another opportunity to talk about a really underrated song. Go listen to Billionaire. Insanely underrated Lagwagon song. One of my all-time favorites. But Blaze, great album, man. Oh, God, do I love Blaze. But I'll put it just behind Double Plaidinum. It doesn't have quite the place in punk rock history that Double Plaidinum does, but man, it's a great album. So it brings us to Resolve, which I'm going to put right there in the A tier as well. And the thing about Resolve is it's a concept album. And it was Lagwagon's response, or Joey's response, to losing Derek, his best friend, and the original drummer from the band. And the heartbreaking music, right? And then Resolve itself. What he's saying there in that song is, you could have chose a better chord to resolve on, dude. And what a clever thing to say. Resolve, chord, the whole thing. It's brilliant. Sad Astronaut is a heartbreaking song. It's one of my favorite songs of all time. Days of the New at the end. Resolve's amazing. It really is. It's fucking heartbreaking and it's sad. But talk about being a true artist, to take the pain and turn it into that. They did right by Derek with that record. And as a Lagwagon fan, I hold that record special place in my heart type stuff. So, yeah, Resolved, A tier for sure. And then we get to, I think my older brother used to listen to Lagwagon. Now, I'm including an EP on here because it's a proper EP that kind of stands on its own. They had another EP called Feedbag of Truck Stop Poetry back in the day, which was freaking great. But then they muddied the discography water in terms of doing something like this by putting out Let's Talk About Leftovers, which is all their B-sides and rarities. It's so good. I love it. Okay, I love that album. But that's where you can go to listen to the other stuff that doesn't fall on this list here, if you're a big enough Lagwagon fan to want to do that. I'm not going to try and figure out where it would match up or fit in here. Whereas I think my older brother used to listen to Lagwagon fits in conceptually. And I love it. Absolutely love it, man. That song, No Little Pill Would Make Any Difference, and Mission Unaccomplished, and every song on the freaking album is so good. And the funny thing about the name of that album is I have a sister that's 12 years younger than me, who's into punk rock, into scene music as well. And she's kind of the person that they're talking about that would have said that at the time. I think it came out in like 2008, something like that, maybe. I'm not sure. Actually, let's just check and see when that came out. Oh, wait. Okay, so yeah, it came out in 2008. And around that time, yeah, like I would be the older brother that someone like my sister that would say, yeah, that's it. So I remember when it came out being that dude who they were kind of talking about with the little... So it just was like a clever thing, and it resonated with me totally. But man, do I love that. And if you want to just talk about how good the songs are, it might even be higher, but it's just an EP with 5 or 6 songs on it, so we'll put it down the list a little bit. But man, do I love that release. So that brings us to the last two, their most recent albums, which came out in 2014 and 2019 respectively, which is a joke that it's been this long since they did anything. I mean, I think Joey just turned 60. Maybe they don't have another album in them, but man, I fucking hope they do. I saw them last summer, and they look just fine. Joey's definitely struggling vocally a little bit, mileage-wise, but as soon as he walks out on stage, I just... Look, even thinking about it right now, I just get excited. God, I love Joey and Lagwagon. But Hang, dude, it's going right here. Hang is fucking amazing. It's so good that, like, it's a concept record too. Go read the lyrics of Hang. It's absolutely fucking brilliant, and it's a technical masterpiece. I might put it number 1. Like, that's how good Hang is from every single angle. Standout tracks, who gives a shit? Like, Cog in the Machine stands out. They'll play that live. But, like, In Your Wake, the last song on Hang is unbelievable. You got to experience that record. Made of Broken Parts. Hang is absolutely fantastic. S tier, for sure. And then we get to Railer. And this is the hardest one for me to place in a fair way. Because realistically, I might put it right here. That's how much I like it. But it's like, oh, is that fair? Is that fair? I'm telling you right now, I'm going to put it right here. Because Railer's unfucking believable. Forget about Surviving California and Bubble, which are the songs that they'll play live and are great. I think Bubble is their way. If you listen to the lyrics in Bubble, that's Lagwagon's way of saying, we're still doing great music and nobody's necessarily paying attention to that. And we're okay with that because we exist in that Hoss bubble or whatever little period of time you listen to us, and we can live with that. And we love it, actually. We really appreciate it. But, like, why don't you go listen to Railer with the same ear that you listened to Hoss with when you were a kid and tell me that it's not almost as good, if not better. Like, it's ridiculous. And I remember reading about them writing that album, and they just, like, they're out living their lives, and they're just like, hey, we should get together and write a record. And they just, like, did it and put it out. And And it's like, you guys just have that in your back pocket? You just get together and fire together a record? Okay, we'll do it again. Please. We need another Lagwagon album. So there it is right there. There's my ranking of Lagwagon's discography. Now, any Lagwagon fans who have not given Hang and Railer enough run, please do, for your own benefit and for to honor the effort that Lagwagon put into those fucking albums, because they're so goddamn good. So there it is, guys. Let me know what you think of Lagwagon's discography, where you might vehemently disagree with me. You want to defend one of those albums a little more and tell me why it was so special to you. But really what it comes down to is a reason to talk about Lagwagon. Man, if and when they get around to putting out something new and I get to react to it, it's going to be borderline Wilhelm scream, lunatic behavior on my part, because I'll be so goddamn excited. So long live Lagwagon. Please, guys, if anybody associated with Lagwagon comes across this, tell them that their biggest fan is begging for something new. And if you can't do it as a band, then Joey, just go on tour so I can see you again and just think about it. And that's another thing. Joey Cape's solo stuff. You ever listen to Joey? It's amazing. It's just amazing. Anyway, this is just about ranking their discography today. Hope you had fun with it. Happy Lagwagon Day. See you on the next one.